Hey guys, welcome back. So today is a video I didn't really want to have to make the product I'm excited for, but the reason behind having to do this video frustrates me a little bit. So if you guys recognize this, then you'd know this is the Triarc Track 2.0 barrel that's in 12.5. This has been on my 12.5 build for the last few years. Started its life about 3 years ago, maybe just over 3 years ago, and had issues with the initial barrel after about a year and about 1,000 rounds, few classes. The barrel, the lining or the land started to deteriorate, delaminate, and there was quite a bit of degradation in the barrel, and it seemed like it happened overnight. Contacted Triarc, they took care of me. Found out, according to them, that the issue was they had a batch of barrels that went out with bad nitriding. They had at that point since switched from a salt bath nitriding to a gas nitriding process, and they had sent me out a new barrel. Barrel ran great for about 2 years. Started to notice a little bit of accuracy degradation, nothing extreme, but not typically what I would get, especially with the loads that I was getting. Some of the loads I would shoot sub-MOA all day with, and now I'm barely getting 1.5 inches with it, which might seem still acceptable, but that degradation was a cause for concern. So, as I would normally do, I cleaned the barrel and then inspected it, and I found the same issue had began. Not nearly to the extent as the previous barrel, but it was happening nonetheless, and this one had about between 3,000 and let's just say 3,500 max on this barrel alone. And highly frustrating. Contacted Triarc, got an answer. I called them. They had me email in pictures. I emailed the pictures like I did with the last one. It was pushed to another person. They responded the very next day. Said that shouldn't be happening. They'll get with their rifle program manager. And then they got back to me a few days later. Said, hey, do the warranty. Send it in. We'll inspect it and go from there. That was 3 weeks ago. I've called multiple times. I've sent out multiple emails. And I've gotten no response. So while in the past they've been very responsive, all of a sudden it's like they dropped off the face of the earth, and now I can't get a hold of anybody and nobody's responding. So all the nightmare encounters that I've heard of other people with their customer service, I'm starting to experience, which adds to the frustration. So not only that I have the same issue with another barrel, which for me, I'll give you one opportunity to make things right. I understand things happen. But for 2 barrels to do the same exact thing, and they claim their barrels will get at least 10,000 rounds plus. So collectively between 2 barrels, I'm looking at about 4,500 rounds. Unacceptable. So I'll no longer be using Triarc, but at the very least, they should be replacing this because it's a paid product and they should be standing behind their product. Now that I got that little rant out of the way, that leads me to its replacement. And that's this guy right here. Going with another 12.5, but this is the Criterion Core. So, it's already been opened, but as you can see, basic packaging comes with their satisfaction guaranteed card. Inside, it's wrapped in this foam wrapping. You'll pull it out, it'll come in a little plastic sleeve, and then this is it. And then it comes with a sticker too, so the sticker's already on my safe, so there's that. So let me get this out of the way, and we'll get into the comparison between these two. So, messing around with this previously or prior to filming, I can tell it's different between the 2 barrels. Now, obviously, you can see the contour. Let me make this nice and centered for you. So the contour is clearly a straight wall contour on this, and it's a 750 gas block journal. This one's a continuous taper down, so you get a lot more of the rigidity and the heat absorption area towards the back, towards the chamber where it matters most, and then it thins out all the way towards the front with a .625 gas block journal. I like that. I've always liked that profile for barrels. It doesn't make sense to have additional weight out in front, especially if you're going to be running suppressors or laser aiming module, a light. That weight adds up. So pushing the majority of the weight back, I much prefer. That's why I'm not a huge fan of the government profile barrels. I have never been a fan of them, especially if you're going to run them suppressed or any additional stuff beyond the light. So what I'm going to do is I am going to weigh this real quick. So let's weigh these two barrels out and see how much of a weight savings there is. So hopefully this is picking up for you there. Okay, so we'll start out with the Triarc barrel. Put that right in the center, and we get 1 pound 7.7 ounces, so approximately 23.5 or just under 23.5 ounces. For the Criterion barrel, 1 pound 7.2 ounces, so maybe a quarter of an ounce less. So, but the important part is the fact that it has a thinner profile towards the front and heavier profile on the back where it matters towards the chamber. So let's slide this out of the way. So let's take a look at the inside. So I'll start with the Triarc barrel. I'll give you a look. You can see, actually we'll go from the muzzle forward. So let's see what we get. So let me go ahead and grab my bore scope, and then we'll take a look inside. So if you can't tell from this angle, or maybe it's not showing well, another big difference is the gas length. So mid-length on the Triarc system, which helped it be nice and smooth. I know people have had issues with Triarc in the past as far as the gas systems, but I never had a problem with it with or without the suppressor. This being carbine length, you get a little bit more dwell time. It should be good. I'm just hoping that with the addition of a suppressor, it's not going to be overly gassy or punchy for the recoil impulse, because with the Triarc, it was very soft, very nice impulse, super flat shooting. So alright, so here we go. Let me clean this lens off real quick. Alright, so we have to adjust this a little bit. Yeah, screw it, we'll run with it. I'm not all tangled up here. Stand by. Alright, so let me go ahead and record. So let's look at the Triarc barrel. So you can see they're starting to have some degradation towards the muzzle end. Nothing bad, but towards the muzzle is where you're going to start to see a lot of that degradation, especially on the crown. So there's that. Move it forward, and I'm getting caught over here because there's too much shit. Let's go over to the gas port. Okay, so check this out. So on the gas port here, look at that ledge that's been built up. That's copper deposit. That's after cleaning it multiple times. And for just over 3,000 rounds, maybe 3,500 rounds, that should not look like that. I have other barrels that have 10,000 rounds or more that don't look as bad. It's a nice continual wear to the gas port. This just looks like a straight strip that starts right at that ledge and then peels back. So that's an issue, and it's probably a big contributor to why its accuracy has degraded. But if we go back some, you'll start seeing right there. There goes some of that degradation on the edge. There goes some more. There goes more there. Some more here and here. As you can see, it's in different pockets. So as you can see, I could stop getting caught. There we go. I have a lot of that going on. So the lands all look even. Not too bad. The throat doesn't look bad at all either. But let's spin this barrel a little bit on its side. There you go. There goes some more. Some more. So, as you can see, it's there. And there's a couple more spots that are getting as bad. You can see it's starting there towards the muzzle. But anyway, so that is a problem, because just like chrome lining, once it starts to chip, it's just a continual process from there. It's just going to continue to chip. So slide this out of the way, and let's take a look at this Criterion barrel. So going in from the muzzle, going forward. That is absolutely beautiful. Now some of this stuff in here is going to be dirt or stuff that I didn't clean out very well. I only put one patch down this with a little bit of brake clean just to get the oils out of it, but it is super smooth. Awesome gas port. It's been deburred, very smooth. Continuing back, smooth all the way. Now they do hone and hand lap these barrels prior to the chrome lining process, so very nice. Am I catching again? Oh, I gotta find a better way to do this. So yeah, very nice all the way back. And look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. So I've heard nothing but great things about these Criterion barrels, their core barrels. I am super excited to put this guy on my 12.5. So very nice. I don't have my pins to gauge the gas port. Gas port's clearly much smaller than the mid-length, which this one I think is 0.075 or 76. It's been a while. This one's definitely going to be much smaller. I would imagine 0.70, maybe a little bit smaller, but very nice. Chrome lining on the inside is done beautifully. It's the first time I've seen chrome lining on the end of the barrel like that. So very beautiful, beautifully done barrel, and super excited to see what it has to offer. So this video ended up being longer than I wanted it to be, but I wanted to give the explanation behind it. So if you've had any issues with Triarc, let me know what your issues have been down below. I'd like to know personally, for just my curiosity. How did they treat you in terms of the customer service? Did you have a good experience, or was it a bad experience? If you have a Criterion Core barrel, let me know your thoughts down below. How's it treated you? What's the accuracy been like across a wide variety of ammo, if you've done any testing? I do plan on doing some testing. It's going to take me some time because I got to re-up on a lot of the ammo that I used to have. It's dwindled down quite a bit. But nonetheless, I am excited about this despite the circumstance. So let me know your thoughts down below and stick around because I have plenty of stuff lined up going forward. So thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.